Test, 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 test. Let's see. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody see me? Let's just double check, check. Um, I think we're good. I think we're good. I hope everybody can hear me and see me. I hope we're good. So, anyway, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am UndeadSick83, your governor of Walking Dead and movie reviews. And since it's the weekend and it's the time of the month, it's time to do another live stream. And today we are going to do another live stream episode of Celebrate Physical Media. So, yeah, here we are back again. It's going to be a good one, I hope. And let's see, is the chat already working? My buddy Jerry is here. Jerry is saying, hello, big man. I've been missing your live streams badly. Missed your previous live stream in September. Oh, I'm sorry you missed that one. Well, I'm back, Jerry. I'm back, and I'm here. So we're going to have fun tonight, I hope. So anyway, yes, Celebrate Physical Media, another live stream. I'm going to show you all the things I picked up about, from the last 2 months, basically. It's going to be fun. Now, before I dive into the actual physical media stuff of what we got for this, period, I want to start with a little announcement. And don't worry, it's not bad. It's just there is going to be a change in 2024. Mainly this. I will still be on YouTube. I will still be doing live streams and, some content on there. I will still be doing some of it there. But as far as movie reviews go, as far as talking about actual, movies, rating them, discussing movies, I'm going to move my reviews to Letterboxd, okay? I'm going to move my content of movie reviews to Letterboxd. Mainly because it's a lot of work for me to record movie reviews, and actually, like, I usually have a lot of notes, and I find myself like staring at notes like all the time and stuff, and sometimes I just have to pause and think about stuff and whatever, and that sometimes is distracting from the video itself. So here's the thing. I'm going to do movie reviews on Letterboxd from 2024 onward, and they are going to be written reviews. So, you can just go to my account on Letterboxd and look at all of the reviews I'm going to be doing. I will leave the link in the description down below after we have done this live stream. There is already one movie review on my Letterboxd profile, which is about Godzilla -1. I got back like an hour and a half from watching Godzilla -1 in theater. So I've written that review, and it's on Letterboxd. You can read all of my thoughts and all of the things I have to say that I like and that I don't like about Godzilla -1. So that's going to be the big change for 2024. YouTube will still be here for live streams and stuff. But as far as movie reviews go, those are going to Letterboxd. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's dive into actual physical media, shall we? So cheers, as I'm having some beer, because why not? It's the weekend, right? Anyway, so let's dive into the good stuff. I don't have as much as the last time I was here. Last time I had a huge chunk of stuff that I picked up. I don't have as much as the last time because some of these that are here were actually quite expensive. And of course, with everything becoming more expensive, with groceries and stuff, I kind of have to like micromanage, right? but there is still some really cool stuff on here, and I think you're gonna like it. So let's dive into this. Matt is also here in the chat, and Matt says cheers. Well, cheers back, Matt, and thank you for being here. I hope you have a good weekend, and yeah, I hope you stick around because we're gonna have fun, and there's a lot of stuff to show. So you all know how this is gonna go. We are going through the regular Blu-rays first, and then we're going to get into all of the nutty gutty goodness with the limited edition, all of the sexy limited editions. So yeah, so first regular Blu-rays, and I only have 4 this time. I only have 4. Excuse me. I have 2 from 88 Films. I have 1 from Radiance Films, which I'm going to talk about a little. And I have 1 from Raro Video, which I'm also going to talk about a little. So, you know what? Let's start with the Radiance Films one, because this is actually quite an interesting thing. From Radiance Films, I picked up a Italian gothic horror giallo film, namely The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock. This is like, oh, maybe this is better. This is better. There you go. The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock, a Italian gothic horror giallo kind of film. By the way, The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock. Come on, guys. I mean, we get the reference. We get the reference. We're not stupid. So that's just on the side. But yeah, The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock. Really cool edition. This is Spine right here. And this is actually number 26. And this is the back right here. And of course, this movie is directed by Ricardo Freda, who also directed the Iguana with the Tongue of Fire, of course, and lots of other things. So directed by Ricardo Freda, starring the wonderful and gorgeous Barbara Steele, of course, Silvano Tranquilli, just a lot of famous actors from the Italian cinema stuff. Story and screenplay by Ernesto Gastaldi, very famous scriptwriter, of course, in Italy. Would you believe it? There are 2 cuts on this Blu-ray. There is a cut of 87 minutes, and there is a cut of 76 minutes. So there is like 11 minutes cut out of one of the releases. Very interesting. I would think that is the the American version, and the 87-minute is the Italian full version, of course, because censorship and all of that stuff. But yeah, so let's dive into this. I'm going to open this for you right here. So we have 2 discs right here. Let me just show it to you like this, with, of course, reversible artwork right there. And you have here, it says it right here. Yeah. So you have the complete Italian version, which is the long version, of course. And then you have the American version, right? So that's what it is. Okay. So anyway, those are the discs. And then, of course, we have a booklet as well. And there she is, Barbara Steele, of course. Matt says, very cool cover. Yeah, it's very cool. Say what you want about the Italian movies, but they surely could do they did some great posters and stuff, man. They did some great key art stuff, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. So again, we also have a booklet right here. Now I have to check, because these movies tend to have nudity in them, of course. So it might not be appropriate for YouTube, because we wouldn't want that. But lots of, text as usual and essays and stuff, really cool stuff. Let me just check the camera a bit right there. Really cool stuff. Let's see. Do we have some photos in here as well? I would think they did. Yeah, I can show this. It's fine. Some nice photos here. And some interviews in there as well. So really cool stuff there. And yeah, just a really nice booklet here. Let me just open this up. And then, of course, we have lots of special features here. So new 2K restoration. Let's see, audio commentaries, new interview with screenwriter Ernesto Gastaldi, 34 minutes, very cool. Visual essay on the horrible Dr. Hitchcock. Interview with Madeleine Le Dispenser on necrophilia and taboo Gothic. That's interesting. That is like 18 minutes. Really interesting. So theatrical trailer and all of that stuff. So yeah, the horrible Dr. Hitchcock. That's the first one. So, oh, by the way, before I move on, I was going to say something about Radiance Films. All right, so I recently discovered Radiance Films. Radiance Films is a spin-off, kind of, a sister company of Arrow Video. One of the top guys working at Arrow Video decided to move away from the company. He decided to walk away from Arrow Video. I don't know the reasons behind it, but I'm sure he had his reasons. And he decided to basically fund a sister company, which he named Radiance Films. So basically, Radiance Films is Arrow Video 2.0, which I thought was very interesting. And they are apparently going to continue, releasing all of these cult films and stuff. So it's really cool. It's really cool. So yeah, anyway, that's what's just on the side. Let's move on to the next one. I have one from Raro Video. And the one that I picked up is The Night of the Devils. The Night of the Devils. And again, look at that great artwork right there. That is some really cool artwork. So yeah, Night of the Devils. This is from Raro Video. Spine number is 1. I don't think you can see that. And the funny thing is that Raro Video used to be a company, but I don't think they exist anymore. And the funny thing is that recently Radiance Films has announced that they are going to be in a partnership with Raro Video to re-release and, of course, also add new releases. So Radiance Films is also going to release Raro Video titles, which is very interesting. I think that's very, very cool. But this is the first one, Night of the Devils. This is a Italian Gothic horror film from, let's see, where is it from? What is the year of it? I don't know really. Oh, 1972. This is from 1972. It was directed by Giorgio Ferroni, who also directed Mill of the Stone Woman, which I own, actually. I actually own that. It was in that wonderful Arrow Video limited edition, if you can remember that. So yeah, very cool. And it stars Gianno Garco, who is, of course, known for a lot of spaghetti westerns. So really cool stuff. Special effects by Carlo Rambaldi, of course. Yeah, looks really cool. So this is the disc right here. By the way, let me just check the camera. It's getting a little bit like flary. I don't know what's wrong. I hope you can see me okay. I think you can. I think you can. Maybe it work. Maybe hold on. Maybe it works if I do this. That's a big light, but maybe that works. Maybe that works in my favor. I hope so. It doesn't. I don't think it does. But let's just see what happens. The lighting is a bit of a problem here. I hope it's okay. Anyway, again, this is the disc right here. Let me just show it to you right this. The disc, and of course with reversible artwork. I'm going to change that later on because this is the original key art, of course, which is much cooler actually. And and there is also a booklet. Again, nice little booklet. So let me see if this is appropriate right here. So are there any photos in here? I don't think there are any photos in here. No, I don't think there are, but lots of text. So really nice booklet there. And then, of course, we have lots of special features once again. Let's see, a new 2K transfer, of course. Audio commentary with Alan Jones and Kim Newman. There they are again. The Devils Among Us. Archival interview with actor Gianno Garco. That's very cool. The Angel and the Devils, archival interview with actor Agostina Belli, which is 25 minutes long. Really cool. The Child of Darkness, archival interview with actor Cinzia de Carolis, 13 minutes long. She was actually in The Cat o' Nine Tails with from Dario Argento, of course. Celestial Light, archival interview with camera operator Nino Celeste. Fear and Jazz, archival interview with composer Giorgio Gasolini. Archival interview with critic and horror expert Chris Alexander. Theatrical trailers and the works. So this movie is from 1972 and it's 93 minutes long. So yeah, really cool. I'm very excited to check this one out. I haven't seen this yet, but I'm quite excited to check these out. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, let me see if I can find it here. I forgot about this. The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock is from 1962. I forgot about that. So yeah. Anyway, Night of the Devils. So yeah, let me just check. What is with the camera today? It's really weird. I have no idea. Maybe this is better. So yeah, really cool releases. Can't wait to check them out. This looks better. Anyway, so those were my Radiance and Raro video releases. I have two from 88 Films, and the first one is a very interesting title that I didn't think that they would ever release, really, to be honest, because this is a very weird title that sort of goes under the radar a lot of times in the Italian cinema. I picked up Iron Warrior, a sort of Italian ripoff of things like Conan the Barbarian and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a medieval sword and sandal fantasy movie, which the Italians, I mean, that wasn't their greatest achievement. That wasn't their most positive moment there when they would start ripping off American genres and stuff. But this is probably still a fun movie to watch. But it's very interesting that they released this. It's very interesting. Matt is saying The only older Blu-rays I have are classic. I know horror. Are classic, well-known horror titles. So I'm learning about these obscure titles. Well, there you go. That's very good. That's good. I hope I hope you take something away from it. I really hope. I hope you take something away from it. So anyway, so yeah, again, kind of a Conan the Barbarian ripoff. Not really horror. It's more like medieval fantasy. But very interesting release. Very interesting release. So this is the slipcover, of course, and I already switched the cover to the original key art, which is this, which is actually pretty. This is actually pretty dope. Again, the artwork is great. So. Yeah, that's that. This is spine number 82. I hope you can see it. There you go. And this movie is from 1987, around the time where, the Italian cinema was kind of on its way out. At the start of the 90s, like the only people that were really releasing Italian films anymore were, somewhat Lucio Fulci, but mostly Dario Argento. But that was kind of it. So this is kind of like the end of an era for the Italian cinema. So, but anyway, 1987. Let's see. This movie is directed by Alfonso Brescia. It stars Miles O'Keefe, who used to be Tarzan. Very interesting. And Savina Gershak. I have no idea who that is. Anyway, so this movie, like I said, this movie is 88 minutes long. What else can I say about it? Let's see. The music. Where is the music? I can't find it. Anyway, it's not that important. But anyway, so this is the disc, of course, right here. With the reversible artwork right there, but you don't need to see that. It's on the slipcover. And then, of course, there is a little booklet. It's a very little booklet right here, which doesn't say a lot, but it should be interesting nonetheless. So to read it. Should be interesting to read through this a bit. So that's the booklet. Oh, close. What are you doing? Oh, there you go. And then, of course, there are special features here. So audio commentary with Eugenio Ercolani and Nanni Britti. The directing producer, an interview with Ovidio Assonitis. Did he produce this film? He did. He produced this film. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't expect that. That's really cool. Framing the Warrior, an interview with Adolfo Bartoli. Ovidio's Henchman, an interview with Maurizio Maggi. Trailers and new transfers, all of that stuff. So, yeah, this should be a fun watch. It's, again, it's not like high watermark Italian cinema, but it should be fun. It should still be fun, right? So, Iron Warrior. That's my first one from 88 Films. Hold on. Why won't you do that? Go back in the slipcover. There you go. Anyway, there you go. So that's one. Jerry is saying, no need to worry about the camera and the lighting. The image is fine enough. We're having a really nice and cozy evening. Okay, well, thank you. All right, that's good. Okay, thank you. Anyway, the second one that I got from 88 Films is a fan favorite of mine. I'm sure it's a fan favorite of a lot of horror fans and Italian genre fans. I picked up the legendary Zombie Holocaust. look at that artwork, by the way. This is actually cool. This is pretty cool artwork right here. I really like how they did this. So yeah, Zombie Holocaust, which is such an interesting film. This is really, I really love this film, man. A lot of people talk negatively about Zombie Holocaust, and mainly people are saying like, this movie doesn't know what it wants to be. And in my opinion, that's the point. That's the whole point. It's this movie mixes the Italian zombie film and the Italian cannibal film, and it mixes it together, and it creates for a very cool and interesting movie. There is also like a evil scientist in here. In America, this of course was called Dr. Butcher, MD. I really love this film. I love this film. It's fantastic. So anyway, this is of course the slipcover right here, and then you have the original key art, and it's spine number 5 right there, because they had already released this film earlier. I have the previous release. So this is probably a new transfer because, well, it's 4K. So this is probably a new transfer. It's probably gonna look fantastic. But yeah, very interesting. So, and this movie is from 1980, of course. So let's open this up because there is like tons of stuff in here. First of all, of course, you have 2 discs. There are 2 discs here. You have the typical Blu-ray and you have the 4K right there. So 2 discs. And then there is all this stuff. So there is like a little booklet right here. Very little booklet. With, I don't know what's in here. Let's see. This is cool. There is a written interview with Ian McCulloch in this booklet, conducted by Callum Weddell, who, of course, he also did the documentary Eaten Alive about the Italian cannibal film. So very interesting, an interview with Ian McCulloch. That should be really cool to watch. But anyway, some nice photos here, of course, as well. Yep, really nice. And look at this. Those are some pretty cool looking zombies right there. Really cool zombies. So yeah. Okay, so that was the first booklet. Then there is a, let's see, then there is a poster as usual. Let's have a look at that. All right, so we have the 88 Films artwork. And then, of course, there is the original key art of the film. By the way, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer this, or do you prefer this? This or this? Anyway, so a nice poster. One day, one day I have to find a place for all of these posters. I have so many posters, I wouldn't possibly know where to put them. It's very frustrating, but anyway. And then there is a thicker booklet here. Nice booklet as well. Let's take a look at that. Again, lots of text, of course, about the film. Let me see. Do we have some new photos in here as well? Yeah, some original like key art and stuff, which is really cool as well. More text. They always do a great. They always do great work on these booklets. It's They are very detailed and very very lots of stuff in there. So you can learn about the movies, of course, which is what we want. It's always fun to watch the movie, but we are the nerds, right? We want to learn as much about the movies as we can. We want to learn as much as we can about them. We want all of this stuff. So yeah. Really cool booklet here. So that's the other one. And then, of course, there are tons of special features on this disc. There are tons of special features on this disc. So let's read through them. First of all, of course, this movie is directed by Marino Girolami. Music by Nico Fidenko, very famous soundtrack, orchestra of Italian cinema. Donald O'Brien is in this film. Alexandra Della Colli, who was in the New York Ripper as well, is in this film. Ian McCulloch, great cast. This movie is 89 minutes long. There is a 2K restoration and a 4K restoration. Let's see. Audio commentary with David Flint and Adrian Smith. Girolami Holocaust, an interview with Alberto Moriani and Enzo G. Castellari. Very cool, very cool. Our Life, Our Music, an interview with the composers, of course. To Die and Rise in Rome, an interview with Marcello Avellone. Eaten Alive, the rise and fall of the Italian cannibal film. So they put the documentary on this disc as well. Which is very cool. By the way, if you can find this somewhere online or on, Bflix or YouTube or whatever, if you can find Eaten Alive, the rise and fall of the Italian cannibal film, watch it, because it is a awesome documentary about the production and the history of the Italian cannibal film. I adore those films. I think they're amazing. But if you really want to dive into the Italian cannibal films, try to find this documentary, Eaten Alive, the rise and fall of the Italian cannibal film. Q&A with Ian McCulloch, trailers, all of that stuff. So really cool. Let's see. TV Nash is here. Stephen. Hey, Stephen. Hi. Glad you could make it. It's very cool that you can be here. He says, hey, buddy, I'm finally here. 88 Films is a fantastic company. I really love their Italian line. Yeah, so do I. And they are releasing great stuff. And you know what? I know, Stephen, I know this is not really your thing in terms of Italian cinema. I know the zombie and cannibal films are not your favorite, but I think it's still very cool that they are releasing this film. So, and yeah, I love the Italian line. It's fantastic, and that's why I got Iron Warrior. such different films, Zombie Holocaust, Iron Warrior. It's very funny. Anyway, and that was my. I can't show you the back because there is nudity there. So yeah. But anyway, Zombie Holocaust, very, very cool. Anyway, need to take a sip. And Matt is saying, the poster problem sounds like Robert Meyer Burnett. Yeah, it does. And I just, at some point, like, where am I gonna put all of this stuff? I have no idea, but we'll figure it out. That's why we are here. We'll figure it out. So that was it for the regular Blu-rays. Now let's go into the very sexy goodness of the limited editions. So I have one from Vinegar Syndrome. I have two from Indicator Films. I have one from Arrow Video, and I have one from Imprint, and I have just a regular limited edition. But I couldn't believe that they were releasing this film, so I had to pick it up. This is one of my favorite monster movies from the 50s. I think this movie is fantastic. I picked up It Came from Outer Space. It Came from Outer Space. Look at that artwork. That is fantastic. And this is a great release. This is the front and the spine here. It's from Universal right there, of course. And the back, really cool artwork here. Fantastic artwork. So It Came from Outer Space. So let's open this up. This is a great release for a great film. I love this film. It's fantastic. Again, it's one of my favorite monster movies from the 50s. And this, there is so much stuff in here. It's unbelievable. So where do I start with this? Well, we'll start with this. So this is the Blu-ray and the 4K. This is, of course, this is the original key art right here. Amazing, exciting, spectacular. Yeah. This movie stars Richard Carlson, Barbara Rush, Kathleen Hughes, Russell Johnson, all of those actors from, legendary Die Hard, Hollywood, the old Hollywood days. This is spine right here. And we have the back, of course. It's in black and white, which is very funny to me, people tend to be very judgmental, and so many people that I know are like saying that, oh, I'm never gonna watch this movie because it's in black and white. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. It's it only widens your taste. So watch black and white films, watch noir, watch film noirs and stuff, there are some really great black and white films. There is some gold in there. Anyway, that was just a little tangent on the side. But again, the back of the box right here. And then, of course, there are the discs. You have two discs, Blu-ray and the 4K right there. You don't have to see. There is no. I don't think there is No, there is no interior artwork. Okay. Anyway, so that's there. Let's put that on the side. There are some bonus features here. Not a lot, but some. It Came from Outer Space in 3D. The Blu-ray version only. Oh, wait, is that why this is here? Let me just see. Oh, no, I thought this was... Okay, no, we'll get to that. Anyway. So, yeah, that's there. The Universe According to Universal. Very cool. And then a feature commentary with film historian Tom Weaver. And a theatrical trailer. This movie is from 1953, directed by Jack Arnold, of course. And let me see. And it's 1 hour and 20 minutes long, which is okay. So, yeah, that's there. And then there is all this swag, as Dieter likes to call it. This is a... It's very funny. This is a certificate of authenticity. It's very funny. It Came from Outer Space, and I have number 458 of 5,000. It's there, right there. So yeah, that's just there. Then there is a. Let me just do this first. Then there is this, which I don't really know what this is, but I'll find out. I have no idea. It's I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'll figure it out. It's very weird. Anyway, then there are some art cards, which are very tightly wrapped here. I hope I can open this without wrecking it. Let me just try right here. Open. There you go. Let me just take this out carefully because I don't want to wreck it. Oh my God. There we go. That's it. All right, we're here. So there are some art cards. Very nice pictures, actually. Really interesting concept art. Of course, you have seen this already, right there. And then there is this one, which is very cool, right there. And it says, thrill to the fantastic flight of an interplanetary spaceship. Shudder at the unbelievable horror of a living xenomorph. See what would happen to you if a space invasion occurred tomorrow. Very cool. So yeah, some nice art cards right there. So that's in there. And then there is a nice booklet here. Really, really cool. Let me see. TV Nash, Stephen is saying, black and white cinematography is becoming a lost art. So many good films are in black and white and well worth watching. Yeah, I completely agree, Stephen. I completely agree. And it's, you know, it's so weird to me that people just don't want to watch it because it's not in color. That is such, I mean, like, okay, if that's your, you know, if that's your preference, then, you know, fine. But it's, I don't get it. I will never get that. So, you know, that's maybe that's just me. Anyway, so nice booklet here again with really great photos of the film. Very cool, of course. Lots of photos and lots of concept art. I don't have to worry about nudity with this one. That's for sure. So there you go. And it's basically all just photos and stuff. It's really cool. Anyway, lots of photos. So a nice booklet there. Really fantastic release. So it came from outer space, the limited edition. Very, very cool. And I can't wait to rewatch this. So that's the first one. All right. Let me just, no, I'm going to do this first. Okay. So I have two from Indicator Films. And Indicator Films, Powerhouse Films, they are on a roll, man. They are on a roll because they are releasing movies that I absolutely love. As you know, like I am a fan of Italian cinema. I love French horror. I love the horror of the French people. It's amazing. And by the way, I recently rewatched Frontiers, the one I got from Second Sight, and it's fantastic. And the picture quality is like, it's really good. But anyway, Indicator is releasing all of these films from Jean Rollin, and I have come to adore. Jean Rollin. I really have. They are fantastic films. And they have released two new ones. And the first one is Lips of Blood. Oops. Was that a nipple? No, that was no nipple. You twisted perverts. No, that was no nipple. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But we can't have nipples on YouTube, so you know. But anyway, Lips of Blood by Jean Rollin. This is a fantastic release. I'm gonna flip it right there. I'm gonna show that to you. This is the spine, and it's number 407. All right, so locked up, hidden away for eternity, says on the back right there. And of course, lots of special features. So this movie is from 1975, from France, of course. It's 87 minutes long, so really cool. Directed by Jean Rollin, of course. And it stars, I hope I don't butcher this, it stars Jean-Luc Philippe and Annie Brillant and Nathalie Perret. I hope I pronounced that right. I probably butchered that, but anyway. So, yeah, Lips of Blood. Let's open this up. First, of course, there is the disc, of course, the Blu-ray. Again, I can't show you this, so you know it's there. But anyway, this is the inside with the disc right there. So that is the Blu-ray, and then of course we have a nice, really big book. Look at that. That is very cool. Yeah, this looks fantastic, man. This looks fantastic. I have to look because there might be nudity in here. Ooh, that's actually, look at that. That is pretty terrifying right there. But really cool. Let me see if I can show you stuff. I can show you this. There you go. Let's see. We have some production stills. And I know what's going on here. Just kidding. Anyway, and of course, interviews and stuff, lots of really extensive book. And of course, interviews. So a really fantastic booklet, and with some really cool images right there. So fantastic release, absolutely fantastic release. Let's have a look at the special features very quickly. Of course, 4K restoration. I can't go through all of this, but audio commentaries, interviews, theatrical trailers, all of that stuff. There are so many special features here. I can't show them all, but again, let me just cover this up again. Lips of Blood, fantastic release. So that's there. Let's see. What am I missing? All right. TV Nash. Stephen is saying, I've seen a few interviews with Jean Rollin, such a great auteur and a gentleman as well. So sad he's no longer with us. And he's also saying, Indicator has so many titles I'm looking to pick up. It's hard to keep up with all of the goodness they're putting out. Yeah, I know, right? I know. And it's like, it's with all of these companies, it's like I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this. Oh, and I want that as well. And it's like, oh my God. And then again, I kind of have to micromanage because, my wallet can only get so flat, but it's worth it because, it's the thought that I could not have this is just, yeah. But yeah, you're absolutely right. There are so many titles, and it's hard to keep up. But Jean Rollin, yeah, I mean, I've seen a few interviews on the Blu-rays of the other releases, and he looks like a great guy. He sounds and looks like he was a really great guy. Um, and actually, I have a book which is upstairs. I can't get that, but I have a book about the history and the cult films of Brigitte Lahaye. And Brigitte Lahaye, actually, she talks quite extensively about working with Jean Rollin, and she is all about how great of a director he used to be, but also that he was a really great person and very kind on set and stuff. So yeah, Stephen, I'm sure I can agree with you. I'm sure, and it's sad. Yeah, it's sad, but it's that's just life. At some point, all of these legends have to go, right? So it is what it is. But anyway, moving on. The second one that I picked up, I already showed it to you, but I'm going to show it again, is Fascination, or Fascination. And this is probably one of my most anticipated releases of Indicator and Jean Rollin, because Fascination or Fascination is this movie is kind of his move into like A movies. This is kind of like his ascendance into greatness, into mainstream, which is very interesting. This is the movie that transferred him from a independent art house filmmaker to kind of more like a mainstream director, which is really cool. And I can't wait to rewatch this, because this is one of my favorite films of Jean Rollin. So yeah, it's spine number 410. This movie is from 1979, and it's 82 minutes long. It's of course directed by Jean Rollin, and it stars Franca Mailly and of course Brigitte Lahaye. There she is. Jean-Marie Lemaire and Fanny Magir. I hope I didn't butcher that. Anyway, a universe of madness and death, says on the back right there. So yeah, let's open this one up. I hope I can show this. Yeah, I can show this. This is just and of course the back. So this is your disc. I have to check. That's fine, because there tends to be nudity, of course. And of course, again, another really great booklet. And by the way, look at this. Yeech. That looks very cool. So yeah, let's take a look at this. Let's see if I can find anything. Lots of pictures again and text. Lots of and essays, of course, stuff like that. Let's see. I can show you this. Some production stills right there. And I want to show you this, because this is very interesting. Where was it again? There is an interview with Fanny Magir right there, which is very cool. And let me see, where was it? I forgot it. Again, some nice pictures right there. But there was something else in here. Let me just see, because I don't know where it was. Oh yeah, it's right here, 37. There is an interview with the master himself. There is an interview with Jean Rollin. I have no idea where they found this, but it's very interesting, and I can't wait to read about that. So, yeah, just a really great booklet right there. So, yeah, wonderful releases, absolutely fantastic. And this is Fascination or Fascination. Some would say that this is Jean Rollin's masterpiece. And I have to rewatch it. I'm not sure about that, but it is a fantastic film. So, yeah, can't wait to rewatch this. I can't write, I can't read all of these special features because there's just so much there. So, yeah, but great release, Fascination or Fascination. So those were my indicator titles. All right, moving on to my Vinegar Syndrome release that I picked up, and it finally arrived a while back. And this movie is fantastic. I'm a big fan of this movie. I'm a big fan of the director, because the director is from my country. The director is from the Netherlands. You might know his films. He directed things like, I don't know, RoboCop, Basic Instinct. He made Total Recall, some other stuff. He made a very nice non-exploitation movie for the modern age, which I own because why not? Um, and this is probably his most controversial film that he has ever made. And but it is a great movie and a great release. From Vinegar Syndrome, I picked up Paul Verhoeven's Showgirls, the limited edition. Look at this. This is fantastic. The neon lights of Vegas and stuff, it's absolutely fantastic. This is the spine right there with MGM right there, of course. Hot Girls. And this is sort of like laminated. It's sort of like, comes out, which is very cool. So yeah, this is a really cool release. Let's open this up. There is like a magnet clip, and there is a lot of stuff in here. Let me just take everything out. And there is something interesting here, which Robert Meyer Burnett has already talked about. So I will mention that in a minute. Let me see if I can show this, because these boxes are very fragile. This is the inside. Right there. Really cool. So let's put that to the side for now, because this is the Blu-ray. Can I even show this? I don't know, actually. I don't know. Can I even show this? Oh, what the heck. I'm just going to show it right there. Showgirls. Ooh la la. And on the other half as well. It's very cool. So this is the slipcover, of course. And of course, we have the original key art, the original poster with Elizabeth Berkley, of course. And this is the back right here. Let's open this up. And there are 3 discs here. There are 3 discs, which is the first one is the 4K. This is the 4K. This is the Blu-ray, the second one, right here. And the third one is, let me see, the third one is also a Blu-ray, Let me read about that. I have no idea what that is. The second Blu-ray is all the special features. Okay, so that's okay. That's cool. That's fun. All right, so those are the discs. Let me see. Did I miss any comments here? TV Nash, Stephen is saying, Miss LaHaye wielding that skiff is both alluring and terrifying at the same time. Yeah, it is absolutely fantastic. I love it. And it's but that's kind of like, that's the thing. Spoiler, but that's the thing with vampires, right? Lesbian vampires. They are both beautiful and dangerous. So, that's the thing. Anyway, and then TV Nash Steven is saying, here in the States, they aired Showgirls a lot on channel VH1, and they used to blur half the film because of the nudity. Yeah, that's a thing, I guess. I know that's a thing, and it's yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But this is from the day when we still had VHS, so you could watch it on VHS, Stephen. You could watch it on VHS. But anyway, let's go into this here. So it's from 1995, of course. It's 130 minutes long. Directed by Paul Verhoeven, of course. Let's see. It stars Elizabeth Berkley, Kyle MacLachlan, of course, from My Wonderful Twin Peaks. Gina Gershon from Bound, of course. Glenn Plummer, Robert Davi, of all people. So great cast here, really great, and it's really cool. So let's take a look at these special features. We have, of course, 4K and 2K. Let's see. Interview with screenwriter Joe Esterhaaz. Interview with cinematographer Josh Vacano. Let's see. Interview with the editors, Mark Helfrich and Mark Goldblatt. Interview with actress Raina Riffel. Interview with Midnight Mass podcast host Peaches. Holy crap, that is a mouthful. Anyway, featurettes and theatrical trailers, all of that stuff. So, yeah, really cool. Really cool. Showgirls. There we go. And by the way, there are replacement discs. They sent me replacement discs for the films, which Robert Meyer Burnett has already talked about. I'm not going to go into that again. But Vinegar Syndrome does a fantastic job at doing this because they know the transfer is off and I get a free replacement disc. That is great. Absolutely great. So, yeah. Let's put this back in here. Showgirls. And then, of course, there is a nice booklet as well with Elizabeth Berkley right there. Now, I have to check again because you never know, of course. So lots of, again, really nice booklet there. See, let me just see. I can show you this. Really nice. No, I can't show you that. Can't show you that. I can show you this, though. So really nice booklet. And there she is. Shake those legs, Elizabeth. Shake those legs. Anyway, Showgirls. This is a fantastic release of Vinegar Syndrome. And they are doing fantastic work. And I can't wait to rewatch this goodness from the 90s. So Showgirls, the limited edition. All right, I only have 2 left. I have 2 left. I'm gonna do. You know what? I'm gonna do the Arrow video one first. Oh, sorry, I forgot one. I have 3 actually. I have 3. I forgot something. I have 3 left. I'm gonna do the Arrow video one first. I only have 1 of those, but this is one that I really wanted to pick up because I love this film, and it's Barbarella, the limited edition of Barbarella. Look at this sexy box set right there. Barbarella, absolutely gorgeous stuff here. So there you go. And again, of course, very nice, strong box there. Barbarella, yeah. What should I show first? This one. So this is the Blu-ray with the original key art here, of course. Really cool. And of course, the back right there. So this movie is, let me see, where is it? Where is it? I can't find it. Oh yeah, this movie is directed by Roger Vadim, who directed And God Created Woman. I never saw that one. And it stars Milo O'Shea, of course. What again? Jane Fonda, John Philip Law, David Hemmings, of course. So great cast there. Great cast, of course, from the bestseller Barbarella, of course, produced by Dino De Laurentiis, of course. Yeah, just really fantastic stuff. Great stuff. Let me just open this up. Oh, by the way, it's let's see, where is it? It's 98 minutes long, and it's from 1968. So let's open this up. There are, of course, 2 discs. There is a Blu-ray, and there is another Blu-ray with the extras. This is the film. Then there are some art cards. Really nice art cards there. Very nice. Very nice art cards. Yeah, that is very nice. Very nice. Anyway, that's that. Then there is a poster. Let me just see. Cool. All right. Again, a poster. This is the original. This is the Arrow video one. And this is the original key art, of course. Very cool. So a poster. Just put that back right there. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, there we go. And then there is a booklet, and look at this. This is like massive. This is massive right here. This is a booklet right here. Let me see what I was missing. Stephen TV Nash is saying Radiance Films did something similar with the Franco Nero Cosa Nostra box set. Keep the defective discs. They will be worth money one day. Yeah. I still have them. I still have the other discs. You know, I put the proper and correct discs in the Blu-ray case, and I have the other discs I have separately somewhere in a drawer in like a CD case or whatever. So I have kept those. Yes, I have kept those. Yeah. So Stephen TV Nash is also saying Roger Vadim was married to Jane Fonda at the time of shooting. Yeah. I remember that. Yes, I remember that. Yeah. I remember when I first saw Barbarella, I was bewildered. I'm not sure what to make of it. Yeah, I know. It's a bizarre film. It's a really bizarre film, but as you know, as for science fiction, as far as science fiction goes, I I love this film. I think it's fantastic. It's so over the top and out of the box, and it's I think it's actually pretty damn great, actually. So, but anyway, let's dive into the booklet here. So again, lots of content here. I can't show you everything, but it's and some really nice photos and concept art as well. And there she is, of course. Let me just hold on. There we go. And yeah, some really nice stuff here. Great booklet. A booklet so I can learn, of course. You got to live and learn. That was my singing. Anyway, so let's see. Special features here. There is 2K restoration, 4K restoration, appreciation videos of Barbarella, interviews, let's see, video essays, theatrical trailers, all of that stuff, audio commentaries. There is just lots of really great stuff on here. It's pretty great, actually. It's really cool. So Barbarella, I'm really happy with this release. And did I say this again? It's from 1968. It was, and it's 98 minutes long. Yeah, I said that. I think I said that. Yes. So. Yeah, Barbarella. I can't wait to rewatch this. This is a gorgeous box set. So, yeah, so that's one. All right, we have two left. I only have two more. So now I'm going to show you something that I couldn't believe was released when I saw it, that it was getting released. This is a fantastic box set, and this is the expensive one. But you know what? I don't care, because when I saw that this was coming out, I had to have it. So I just picked it up, and I'm just going to show you right now, right here. This is fantastic. Film Focus, which is a new sort of section of imprint films right there. And they do like Film Focus on different actors and actresses. I believe they have a Marlon Brando one coming up. I believe that's the case, yeah. But this one, George Peppard. 4 films with George Peppard. I love George Peppard. I'm a big George Peppard fan. When I look back at my childhood, if I look back at my childhood, I grew up with things like the A-Team and stuff. I love it when a plan comes together. That one, of course, and George Peppard was fantastic, and I think he is such an underrated actor in his time. So I'm very glad that he is getting his due with a box set like this. Now, there are 4 films in here. I'm going to take you through those. But first of all, let's take a look at the back here. This is the back of the box. And there he is. and they always put a quote on the back that was said by the actor. So I'm going to read this. This is a quote from George Peppard himself. An actor's first responsibility to himself is to work. Unless you establish yourself, you won't get any roles at all. Words to live by. Words to live by. So there you go. Let's open this up. 4 films, of course. This is a fantastic box. So there we go. So the first one, I'm going to do this chronologically. The first one I already rewatched, and that is PJ. Now, PJ is a very interesting but very fun film. This is kind of a mix. It's kind of a blend, a mix mash between a police detective and a James Bond film. It is really cool. It is really cool. It has a kind of sort of jazzy vibe to it, which is really cool. It also has a sense of whimsy, which is really cool as well. This is a fantastic film. This movie is from 1968. And the movie is about 2 hours long. Let me see. It's directed by John Guillermin. I have to look that up. I don't know. And it stars, of course, George Peppard, Gail Honeycutt, Raymond Burr. So great cast, of course. Yeah, this is the inside right there. And there are not a lot of special features on here. There are a few, but they are interesting. So it's 2K scan, of course. Audio commentary by film historian Toby Rowan. Audio commentary by Howard Berger and Steve Mitchell. And then you have this. A Man of Many Faces, the early films of John Guillermin, a featurette with author and screenwriter C. Courtney Joyner. I have already seen this documentary. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. It's fantastic. Very informative, a lot of fun, just really great. Yeah. And then theatrical trailer. So that was the first one. PJ. Let's put those in the box. By the way, this is spine number 252. I don't know if you could see that, but the second one I haven't watched yet, and that is Pendulum. Now, Pendulum is from 1969, and it's directed by George Shaver. It's an hour and 40 minutes long, and it stars, of course, Peppard, Jean Seberg, Richard Kiley. Yeah. For the police, murder is an everyday affair, except when the suspect is a cop. So this sounds like a, cop being framed for a murder kind of film, which I'm always for. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. So, yeah. There are no special features on here, which is very interesting. Maybe they couldn't find any. I have no idea, but it's interesting. Anyway, and this is the disc right there. So, Pendulum. I haven't watched this movie yet, so I don't know. Let me see. Did I miss any comments? Let's see. TV Nash, Stephen, is saying George Peppard was extremely talented, but he had an ego he had trouble keeping in check. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. He was told when he first started the A-Team that if he got out of line even once, he would totally be finished as an actor. Yeah, I know. He had a kind of I guess he was kind of an elite, I guess he was kind of elitist, but I think it's still a great actor, I think he was still a great actor, even though he had his problems, Marlon Brando was a very problematic person on set, on the movie set. So, George Peppard was not, he was in company. So, but I still think he was a great actor, George Peppard. I still think so. So then we have The Executioner, the third one, which is from 1970. Every day he lives, someone else dies. Okay, so this is kind of like a British intelligence film, covert operation, stuff like that. Sounds very interesting. And this movie is produced by Charles Sneer, who of course was a very good friend of Ray Harryhausen. So very interesting. Directed by Sam Wanamaker, starring Joan Collins, I have to say, Judy Geeson, very interesting, George Baker, really cool. So from 1970, and it's 1 hour and 50 minutes long. Really cool. From London to Athens to the island of Corfu, right there. And of course, the disc. But again, there are no special features. So, it is what it is. And then the fourth one and the final one, which is a movie I have watched. I have watched this movie and I love it. I love it. This is Newman's Law. And this is a very interesting film because this is kind of like a mix mash of a crime thriller and a blaxploitation film, which I think is very cool. By the way, in 2024, I intend on getting more into blaxploitation. It's a genre that I'm very curious about. I have watched Across 110th Street. I have watched this. I have, of course, watched Shaft, all of that stuff. So my plan that's my New Year's resolution for 2024 is to get more into blaxploitation. So, but anyway, this is kind of a blend between blaxploitation and a crime thriller, which is very cool. It's directed by, let me see, it's directed by Jeff Burr. And it stars Roger Robinson, Eugene Roche. It's from 1974, and it's an hour and a half long, like an hour and 30 minutes, something like that. This one does have some special features right here. So 2K scan, of course, audio commentary by Steve Mitchell and Cyrus Voris. And then there is this Richard's Law, the films of Richard T. Heffron. I guess he means, I'm sorry, I'm reading it wrong. So this movie is directed by Richard T. Heffron, and the interview is with director Jeff Burr. Sorry, I made a mistake there. I already seen this documentary. It's very cool and interesting. It's a lot of fun. And then, of course, theatrical trailer. So, yeah, spine. And there is the back right there. So, and of course, we have the disc. So, I have seen this one. So, I have watched 2, and I still have to check out the other 2. But I absolutely love this box set. I think it's fantastic. I love the fact that George Peppard is finally getting its due. And this box set is absolutely fantastic. It's gold. So, Film Focus, George Peppard, great box set. Now, I have one more thing to show you. But let me just pour my beer. Let me just fill it up right there. There is one more release I have to show right here. And it's probably, I don't know if it's my favorite of this whole, but it's definitely a fantastic film. Yeah, I'm going to dive into it in a bit. Let me see. TV Nash says Imprint is doing some very interesting things with their filmmaker and actor box sets. Cool stuff. Yeah, I think it's very cool. You know, they did a Jessica Lange box, I believe. They did a Gene Hackman box, I think, and they did a Jennifer Connelly box as well. In terms of directors, I think they did a box set on Sidney, was it Fouye of Lumiere? I have no idea, but I might have pronounced that right. But anyway, and a box set of about Roland Joffe as well. Yeah, they do some really interesting stuff. So anyway, let's get into this final release. You know, the Film Vault is a interesting label. They are releasing some they are releasing the cult classics. You know, they have released Blade Runner, which I have. They have released what was it again? They have excuse me. They have released Scarface, which I also have. I wanted to pick up Jaws, but it was sold out like in a week, which is crazy. But I did manage to pick this one up, and I absolutely love this one. This is number 7 in the Film Vault, and I'm going to show you that in a bit. So, my final thing that I picked up for these last 2 months is a film that I absolutely adore. I love the director. He is in my top 5 of best directors of all time, probably. I love the director. Excuse me. I don't know what's wrong. I love the director, and yeah, this is a great release. I'm just going to show it. For the last bit, I picked up from the Film Vault, I picked up Stanley Kubrick's space opera, 2001, A Space Odyssey. Look at this box set. This is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's fantastic. So let's open this up. So here we go. And this is, of course, the back. So let's open this up right here. There is lots of stuff in here. So let me just first get everything out. All right, so this is the inside. Let me just show this to you right here. Right there. With the spaceship, the space station, of course. And there is a quote from HAL 9000 here. This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it. Yeah. And I have I have like a paperweight here as well. And I have number 20 2259 of 6,000. So yeah. So we have this. This is of course HAL 9000, the computer of the ship and the main villain of the film, of course. So let's open this up, and of course the orbital space station right there. There we go. Really nice photos. And then we have two discs. We have the 4K and of course the Blu-ray right there. And there is another quote from HAL 9000 here. My instructor was Mr. Langley, and he taught me to sing a song. If you'd like to hear it, I can sing it to you. I can sing it for you. It's called Daisy. Yeah. So that's HAL 9000 for you. Anyway, that's the discs right there. And then we get a very nice sort of envelope. So there you go. And it basically says it's the Logic Memory Center. And on the back it says, I know I've made some very poor decisions recently, says HAL 9000. Gee, HAL, you think? You think? So there is lots of stuff in here. Again, we have a poster. That's one. Let's look at this. Oh, there we go. It doesn't have the original. There is no original key art, so that's kind of a bummer, but still a cool poster. Let's see. And we have a second poster right here. Oh, okay. Cool. I see what you did there. So we have a second poster. This is the original key art, of course. And we have a third poster, which is very cool. So now I can choose. And then there are some art cards, of course. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yep. The anti-gravity scene, of course. Yeah. So really cool stuff in here. Really cool stuff. So let's put this back in this envelope. There we go. All right. There we go. And there we go. Let's close that up. And of course, this movie is directed by the legendary Stanley Kubrick. It stars Keir Dullea, Gary Lockwood, of course, screenplay by Stanley Kubrick and Arthur C. Clarke, of course. So really, really cool stuff there. Really cool stuff. And that is it. 2001: A Space Odyssey. And that is it. That is the end of my haul. That is everything I picked up over the last 2 months. I think it's a pretty cool haul. I think I got some pretty good stuff, I think. I like everything I picked up, so that's always a good thing. Before I close out this live stream, let me just check the last super chats or the last chats here. Let's say TV Nash says Imprint is doing some very interesting. I already did that. Stephen also says it was Sidney Lumiere. Oh yeah, that's who it was. Right on the money. Yeah. Stephen says Film Vault is doing excellent work on the classics. I would have liked to have gotten Jaws, but it sold out way too fast. Yeah, I know. I wanted to pick up Jaws as well. I wanted to pick it up as well, but it is what it is. It's you can't have everything, right? You can't have everything, and the funny thing is that I might miss out on some stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm still a collector. I still like to collect things and have them and stuff. I'm not like one of those people who buys 5 copies of Jaws and then throws 4 of them on eBay, for insane amounts of money, to do you a service. I picked these up so you can have them. You just have to pay me. Now, that's not collecting. That's something else. That's something else altogether. So at the end of the day, I'm still a collector, and whatever I can collect, I'm very happy with. So I'm very happy with what I got here. Pretty good haul, I would say. So yeah, good stuff. I'm going to close off this stream now because my throat is starting to, kill me a bit, as you might have noticed. Talking really, takes it out of me sometimes. So, and I've been talking for like an hour and a half. So almost an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm going to cut off this stream now. I'm going to end it. I would like to thank everyone who was watching for being here. Matt, thank you for being here. TV Nash, Stephen, thank you for being here and leaving all of the comments. Jerry, thank you for being here and watching this and leaving the comments. Thank you all. You are all really great people, and it's always a lot of fun to have you here. So thank you again. Thank you for watching. I will be back with more, stuff, of course, down the line. Again, the movie reviews are going to be on Letterboxd. I will still do some stuff on YouTube, like Walking Dead and live streams. But as for movie reviews, I'm going to take those to Letterboxd. And once I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to leave the link in the description down below for you. So you can check it out. And my first review of Godzilla -1 is already on there. So feel free to read about that. Again, thank you for watching. I will be back with more content as soon as possible. I promise you. Stay safe and healthy as always. Have a good weekend. Thank you, everyone, for being here. You guys are awesome. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. See ya. See ya.